Hello, guys, and welcome. I am Xander,
And I'm Logan.
and today we're going to be delivering a sermon.
The sermon bout will have two main themes. For the first theme, that is, we are all sinners who fall short of the glory of God.
The second theme is God's word never fails and never returns void. One verse from Exodus after the Israelites were delivered from Egypt states, "The Israelites said to them, 'If only we had died by the Lord's hands in Egypt. There we sat around pots of meat and ate all the food we wanted. But you have brought us out into the desert to starve this entire assembly to death.'" This shows how the Israelites also fell short of the glory of God.
Another verse is, when the Israelites were given manna by God, Moses said to them, "No one is to keep any of it until morning." However, some of them paid no attention to Moses. They kept part of it until morning, but it was full of maggots and began to smell, so Moses was angry with them.
Um, that does not mean that we're irredeemable, just like David wasn't irredeemable when he confessed to Nathan. "I've sinned against God." Nathan pronounced, "Yes, but that's not the last word. God forgives your sin. You will not die for it. However, because of your blasphemous behavior, the son born to you will die."
God puts us in hard places to test our strength, and sometimes we fail.
But that does not mean that he wants us to fail. He wants us to have our full attention and show our full faith. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Philippians 4:13. When we aren't passionate about Christ, that's called lukewarm Christianity, and it is the worst way to live.
As a Christian. So, what exactly is lukewarm Christianity, and why is it so bad?
So first I got to give you a bit of context. There is hot Christianity and cold Christianity. Hot Christianity is when you're fired up, you're passionate, you're excited about God, you're excited to go to church to learn more and experience more with Christ. And cold Christianity is basically is no Christianity at all. You don't believe, you think it's stupid, you don't care. And so lukewarm Christianity is trying to be both, and it is the worst way to live. Let my friend give you an example.
It's like this story that I heard that goes, while a guy was dreaming, he dreamt of an open field with a fence in the middle. On one side, there was Satan, on one side, there was God. Satan says to him, "I can give you all these things, like money, power, and I can give you everything you want. But if you go with God, you won't get anything that I'm offering." And while this man's contemplating, he's thinking, he's like, "Oh God, you're so good, you're so bright, but Satan, you have some things that I want and I like." And so he sits there and he laughs and scoffs at them both and sits on the fence. So he can get a little bit of God and a little bit of Satan. But as he's laughing and scoffing at them both, it suddenly goes back black, and out of the darkness comes Satan. The man goes, "No, no, I didn't choose you, Satan. I chose the fence. So get a little bit of you and a little bit of God." And Satan says to him, "I own the fence." This is We are saying that God tests us to keep us away from becoming complacent, plus being lukewarm.
Exactly. Without constant struggle, you can become comfortable uh, with where you are and get careless. He wants you to learn from these tests to constantly keep searching for him.
All right, so God allows us to be tested to point us away from sin and towards Him. When we fall short of the expectation of God, it's always an opportunity to choose Him and stay on His path. Our redemption is based on faith in Jesus and on His sacrifice, not our efforts or ability to achieve perfection.
Um, so now we're going to talk a bit about how God's word is never void and never returns empty.
With God's word, it might not always seem clear at first, but it always has a meaning behind it. So even though it might sound stupid and useless, maybe even bad, it's not. There's always a meaning and it always turns out good, even if it's not clear.
One example would be when God delivered the Jews out of Egypt. "Therefore say to the children of Israel, I am the Lord your God. I will bring you from the burdens of the Egyptians. I will rescue you from their bondage, and I will redeem you with outstretched arms. Uh, and with great judgment I will take you as my people, and I will be your God. Then you shall know that I am the Lord your God. And I will bring you into the land I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I will give it to you as a heritage. I am the Lord. Um, Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We hope that you have a blessed day, and good afternoon.
See you.